Hi guys, welcome back to Our Daddy's a Donor. I'm Carly.
I'm Riley.
And today we are going to do something a little different. We're going to go through our Ancestry DNA results with you guys because we haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
They're not super exciting, but it's fun.
And we're together. Can you tell?
Yeah, if you're watching online, you'll see that we're together on my couch. We get to have a comfy session.
Yeah.
We're
It's
all
still on two
cozy.
screens because it's one's on my screen, one's on Carly's screen.
Just easier that way.
Yeah.
And we have all our lighting set up and hopefully it looks okay. But maybe we'll just talk you through like the process of doing the test first and then we'll get going. Do you want to say anything?
Sounds great.
Okay. So,
We're back.
do you want to walk us through what you do when you buy your kit?
So you order it, and then you get it, and then you spit in a tube. It's actually a lot of spit.
Yeah, you're sitting there like,
It's a lot. And then you package it up, mail it back, and then you get your results. And how many weeks is it? Like 6?
it's a while. You kind of forget about it, to be honest. You're like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this to come in. And then you forget that it's even coming. And then all of a sudden you get an email, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing comes to your house. It's just an email.
No. And everything's online on a nice app.
Yeah, so we've downloaded the app and we don't want to plug them because they don't sponsor us, but you know,
You probably know
I
who
guess
they are.
they kind of made it so we met. So, so I think we're just gonna kind of like walk you through what we are and what we share and kind of how the app, I guess, works.
Mm-hmm.
And
Also, anybody on YouTube watching, you can see that we are wearing the same sweatshirt.
yeah, Riley got us these matching Minnesota sweaters.
Minnesota all the way across. And I've seen some people have these where they say across the back. So it's not backwards. I checked.
Yeah, they're super
Because
cute.
they're very popular, the ones that go across the back. But yeah.
So when you're in the app, and like we'll show this on the YouTube, but it just updated as well. They have like an ethnicity inheritance. So it's like a whole chart with like all your ancestry crap. So I can go first, but I'm super white. We're both super white, but
We're doing the ethnicity estimate section.
yeah.
Okay.
So our first one for both of us is Eastern Europe and Russia.
Mine's 35%.
Mine's 51%, but I think that's because my mom is also super European. There, my family's Ukrainian, so that's what I got that. But it's let me see here. It like gives you, and they're gonna see all this scrolling on the YouTube, but it gives you like kind of a whole background on like Eastern Europe and Russia and like where your ancestors were probably located. So like for me, I have Poland, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Austria, Russia, Hungary, Slovenia, Romania, Serbia, Ukraine, Belarus, Moldova, Bosnia, I can't say this one, Herzegovina, and Croatia. But then like my specific regions are Ukrainians in Eastern Europe, and then I also have Central Poland.
Apparently, people that I'm related to came from Prague, Kiev, Moscow, and Budapest.
Kiev is Ukraine.
That's fun.
So like my second is 16% Germanic Europe, 14% Sweden and Denmark, 6% Wales, 4% Baltics, 4% French, 4% England and Northwestern Europe, and 1% Jewish peoples of Europe.
You have a lot.
You know, don't you have a lot?
I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 7.
I'm at 8. I got one more than
My
you.
grandma has 2.
2.
She's half. What is it? Norwegian.
And
Like exactly
really?
half. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We did one for her.
You can read yours.
My second one is Germanic Europe with 22%, England and Northwestern Europe with 13%, Sweden and Denmark with 12%, Norway with 9%, Scotland with 8%, and then Jewish peoples of Europe with 1%. Why is it peoples?
I don't know. Maybe like
Peoples.
The historic dispersal of the Jewish population from its origin in the Levant on the east coast of the Mediterranean resulted in insular communities scattered throughout Europe, North Africa, Central Asia, and the Middle East. Although some Jewish communities enjoyed positions of relative peace and prosperity, many more were segregated from mainstream society by law, custom, and prejudice, experiencing sustained persecution and discrimination. Jewish populations from Northern and Eastern Europe are often known as Ashkenazi. There we go.
Oh, good one.
Sephardic refers to Jews who were expelled from Spain during the Inquisition and mostly settled in North African and southeastern Europe. So I'm assuming it just means like we could be anyone, like we're just like a bunch of them, but we're only 1%.
That's cool.
But the funny thing is, my last name is McMaster, and we thought when my parents thought when they were getting their donor that they were getting someone Irish because my dad was like very prideful of being Irish, and clearly that didn't happen. But when I did my DNA test the first time, it said 4%, and then it like updates as more and more people do the DNA testing. So now I'm like 0% Irish, which
That's
is
weird.
super weird. So that's all they wanted was someone that was Irish and like
Mhm.
kind of looked like him, and they did not. They got someone that kind of looked like him, but did not get
Yeah.
the Irish.
My Russian went up. That's about it.
It went up. That's so funny.
My Russian and I think Swedish went up, which is
Ooh.
funny. There's this thing that they updated, like Ethnicity Inheritance. It shows what you got from. It says overview. It says parent one, parent two, but we're thinking for mine, the left side is um, the donor, and then the right side would be my mom, and then the bottom one is kind of a mix. Whoa, is a mix of both. Oh yeah, so your mom must have been a little bit Russian, right?
I think
Like
so, yeah.
Ukrainian. Yeah, because I got the almost the exact same amount
Ooh,
as the
they
donor.
have a new thing called Ancestry Traits. We should download that sometime. It's
Ooh, what's that?
$27.99, but you can see all 30. I think it's the same as like 23andMe, where it like shows kind of like your personality traits. So if we go to the bottom, it says
Mm.
traits, but
Mm.
it's $27.
Mm.
Should we just do it?
Right now? I don't know.
I don't know if mine will work because I have no money. Oh, it went through. So it's giving me a genetics lesson. DNA and chromosomes. DNA is the instructional manual for all living things. It's separated into long, tightly wound pieces called chromosomes. People typically have 46 chromosomes grouped into 23 pairs. Genes are pieces of DNA within each chromosome that have the instructions for many of your traits, from eye color to unibrow. You have 2 copies of each gene, one inherited from each parent. Specific places in your DNA are called markers. Your genotype, it's in the DNA. Scientists have found that some markers are associated with specific.
Carly's boyfriend just got back. He's interrupting our podcast.
We just downloaded the traits thing. We paid for it because we're crazy.
This is where you are, right?
Yep. So I'm just reading the learn the basics thing. So I'm in the genotype. I'm just reading this little like blurb before we go into it. We'll read it together. Scientists have found that some markers are associated with specific traits, like red hair. At a certain marker, your genotype, a combination of 2 letters like AA, is what helps us determine whether you're likely to have red hair or not. Your phenotype, I don't know if I'm saying that right, which is your genes and your environment. Your genotype is what your genes say. Your and I don't know if I'm saying that. Phenotype is what you actually have. Sometimes what you see in the mirror is different from your genotype based trait result. Because traits are often influenced by many genes. Other factors like the environment can also come into play. Passing it on, everyone inherits half their DNA from one parent and half from the other. That's why traits tend to run in the family. You got half your DNA from each of your parents, who got half of theirs from each of their parents, and so on. But the particular mix of DNA you inherit is unique to you.
Click on
Ooh,
remembering dreams. Which one did you click
we
on?
can compare each other.
You're at one of the ends of the spectrum, less likely than 80% of people to remember your dreams.
Really?
Oh my gosh, go on risk taking. Yeah, just went down one. It says, Riley, you have a stronger tendency to take risks.
Oh no, I lost it. Where am I going? Oh, there we go. I have a stronger tendency to be risk adverse.
Ooh. Mine says stronger tendency to take risks.
Mine says when nature calls, but the toilet paper dispenser does you dirty. Do you bravely ask a stranger if they can spare a square, or wait till they leave and shimmy over to help yourself? Sometimes all the options are a bit of a risk, and not all risks are equally genetic. For example, financial risk is about 29% genetic, and safety is about 55%. Wait, if I'm risk averse, that means I want to or don't want to?
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
look it up.
Alcohol flush. It says, Riley, your face probably doesn't turn red after drinking alcohol.
It says I stay away from taking risks, which is funny because
Really?
I think I do with some things, but not always.
What does your say for the alcohol flush on?
Second. Alcohol flush. Your face probably doesn't turn red after drinking alcohol. It gets hot though.
That's what mine says.
Hot tamales.
Mine gets hot too. Ooh,
I don't
asparagus.
understand that. Asparagus metabolite detection. Ew. Carly, your DNA suggests you probably notice a distinctive smell when you urinate after eating asparagus.
That's what mine says too.
That's so weird.
And I actually ate asparagus for my first time the other day.
Yeah, Riley ate asparagus for the first time. Did your pee smell?
I didn't smell it.
Yeah, but it's like you can smell. Actually, you were using the outhouse, so you probably
Yeah,
you
it
just
was
smelled the
just going
outhouse.
straight down into a hole.
Yeah, so we don't know for sure about that one.
Ooh, birth weight. Riley, the DNA we tested suggests that you were probably an average size newborn.
Mine says that as well. However, I was a late baby, so I don't think that comes into effect. So I was like 10 pounds or something like
You
that.
were?
And I was 11 days late. My mom had to have a C-section.
Really?
I was a big old baby.
I didn't know that. Holy crap.
I
What
know.
about bitter sensitivity?
Your DNA tells us that you're probably not sensitive to certain bitter tastes.
Ooh, mine says your DNA tells us you might be extra sensitive to certain bitter tastes.
This is why she doesn't eat
I've been
anything.
telling everybody I have a weird tasting thing. It literally
This is
says
why.
extra sensitive, not just sensitive, extra sensitive.
This is why you don't eat anything.
I wasn't lying, guys. This is a real thing in my DNA.
I want to know your caffeine consumption.
Ooh, what was that? Oh, okay.
The fan.
Let's see. It's loading. Huh. It says, based on your DNA, we think you might drink more caffeine than average. Fun fact, I've never had a cup of coffee.
Mine's moderate caffeine drinker, which is true. I don't go heavy on it, I would say.
I don't drink coffee, but I do like bubblers or like not strong energy drinks, but
I don't know. Those are carbonated, but they're not.
yeah,
I don't think they're caffeinated.
they're caffeinated.
Are they? Oh, there you go. She's addicted to bubbler.
Bubbler's the best.
Cilantro.
Weird.
That version.
What does that mean?
If you like it or not.
It says you probably like the taste of cilantro.
Mine says I do as well. I think I do.
I don't know if I've ever
I
had
don't
it.
love it.
Cleft chin?
It says I probably have a cleft chin. I don't think I
Probably
do.
have a cleft chin. Is that a butt chin? I have a butt chin. Let me see. No.
Yeah, you do. A little bit. I don't.
It wasn't this bad before, but I fell on my bike and I had to get stitches and it kind of made it more.
I don't think I do. I think my chin's just like round.
Earlobe type? Mine says
Attached? No,
yours are not attached.
they're not attached.
Mine are attached.
Does it say you have attached or detached?
Attached.
Oh, it was wrong for me.
Ooh. And about earwax type. Ooh.
You. Wet.
Mine's loading.
It says I have wet earwax.
Ew, mine too. That's true.
I didn't know dry earwax was a thing, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like dried and it like crusts up and falls out. This is probably kind of a gross episode, honestly.
I don't care.
Endurance fitness.
Carly, you have some DNA differences that are commonly found in elite endurance athletes. I should be an athlete. She's a track
Elite
star.
endurance athletes. That's what mine say too.
We should be track
She's
stars.
the one that she's a track star.
I'm
Cool.
just gonna keep reading this one for a second. No, did I find
That's
that
literally
training?
what I just did. I just started scrolling.
Oh man, I gotta start training and be better nutrition. If anybody wants to be my trainer / nutritionist for free, I'll show you it on the podcast. Thank you. Eye color.
Says your DNA looks like you probably have dark
Mine
eyes.
says that too.
Oh, I do. I have really dark brown eyes.
I don't know. Are mine dark though? They're hazel, but are they dark?
They're dark for hazel, I think.
Okay. We're dark eyes.
Nice.
Facial hair thickness.
Mm.
I hope I don't have any. Have less thick facial hair. Whew. Woo.
Nice.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. I have thick head hair.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it'll say that. Finger length?
Says my ring finger may be longer than your index pointer finger.
That's what mine says.
The index.
Yeah, my index finger is longer. No.
On my right hand, my ring finger is like a millimeter.
Your ring finger may be longer than your index.
Yeah. Mine may be by like a millimeter. Not that long.
Your ring finger?
Yeah. Longer than your pointer.
Oh no, I was looking at my middle finger.
No.
I was looking at my middle finger. No, my pointer finger is longer. Wrong.
The next one's wrong for me. It says, Carly, your DNA suggests that you're freckle free.
I
have freckles.
Mine says freckle free, but I do get freckles in the summer.
Me too.
Weird. Maybe this just means like, because those are like sunspots.
Yeah, but it says freckled or not, the genetics of this trait are complicated. We tested 4 genetic markers or locations in your DNA to tell whether or not you've got freckles, but there's more to the genetic story here. So they test a bunch of things. Speckles, sprinkles, sun kisses. What are freckles? They're just what they look like, light brown or tan. So they do consider sun kisses as freckles. So
how about hair color?
Darker hair.
Mine says it looks like you've got the DNA for blonde hair.
But your hair's not naturally blonde, is it?
It's like
dirty blonde. Mm-hmm. Mine used to be dirty blonde.
And it says and could pass on red hair if you have children. Ooh. That's why I do have red in my hair. That's why when I was younger, I could never I used to box dye my hair like dark brown, and I could never box dye it blonde because it would turn orange. Because
mine turns orange.
Really?
Yeah.
That's because you have red in your hair.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell now that I have a lot of red in my hair, but when I was younger, it was like dirty blonde. It was more. It wasn't as red. But my mom had pretty red hair when she was younger as well. So
I had blonde hair for a while. I mean, it's not this light. This is dyed, but it is pretty light for. Not pretty light, I mean.
I see for like fake blonde. Hair strand thickness. Says I probably have thicker than average hair strands. I don't know if that's true. I think I just have a lot of hair.
Average thickness.
I think I used to have thicker hair. My hair's like thinning.
Well, there's a different thing. It's like you could either have like thick hair and then not a lot of it, or you could have like thin hair and then like a lot of it, or you could kind of like switch those around. Yeah. You could just have thick hair and like a lot of it.
Yeah. I think I have just a ton of hair, but it's like thinner than it used to be.
It's pretty thick.
Yeah. Hair type, mine's naturally straight.
Oh, mine says naturally wavy.
Oh, really?
Which is actually true because if I don't, when I take a shower, I blow dry my hair because if I don't blow dry it, I'll get this whole streak in the back of my head. I can show you actually. I go to the shower, you won't believe it. It's like that girl. See the girl on the thing? That's kind of how my hair looks after I get out of the shower. Yeah, and if I don't brush it and blow dry it, it'll be like kind of poofy.
I get like a cowlick of like wave by my ears. And then my hair used to get pretty wavy underneath, but it doesn't really do that lately. But it's probably just because it's dead. I'm sure if I got it cut, it would be nicer.
Mine's pretty wavy. Heart rate recovery.
Mine says your heart rate may recover at an average rate from exercise. I don't know, honestly. My heart's fucked up.
Yeah, I kind of have a weird like heart problem. For any doctors, I have like PVT or PSVT. If you want to figure it out. Mine says suggests your heart rate may recover at a quicker rate from exercise.
So those ones I feel like it's wrong about.
She's a track star. That means I can run fast.
Introversion and extroversion.
I crack my neck.
Oh.
I won't go that way. Ooh, mine suggests I may be more extroverted.
It says that as well.
Nice. We like all the people. Iris patterns? What does that mean?
My DNA suggests you have two types of eye-catching iris patterns: furrows and rings. I definitely think I have rings. I just don't know what a furrow is.
Mine says CRYPST.
See, can I see?
Mine has 3 of them. Mine has your 2 and then mine in the middle.
Crips.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. Iris patterns are a complex trait with many genes involved. We tested 3 genetic markers or locations in your DNA to estimate what yours look like. Let's see more about patterns. Furrows are a series of pale lines that curve around the iris. They're produced as the pupil opens and closes in response to light. Pigmented rings are wide, colored bands around the pupils that are different shades than the rest of your iris. The difference in color comes from melanin, the same pigments that color our hair. Pigmented rings are often more noticeable in light eyes. For example, you might see a brown ring in the middle of a blue eye. Mine's opposite. Mine's a blue ring
Yep.
around my hazel
hmm
eyes.
That's how mine is too. That's one thing me and Carly found out that are similar with us a while ago. I have really dark brown eyes, but if you look at them in the light, you can see like a slight blue ring around it. It's slight because my eyes are so dark,
Yeah, it's hard to see.
but we both have that.
Why don't you scroll down and see what a crypt is?
Okay.
It's in the more about iris patterns one.
Diamond-shaped holes in the iris that can range in size. The older you get, the more you're likely to have.
I feel like you probably
Diamond-shaped
won't see them
holes.
because your eyes are so dark, though. You'd
Maybe
have
we'll
to,
have to take a flashlight to them.
yeah, or
We should
a
do
really
that.
bright photo, like a really good camera.
hmm
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Probably won't see it much with my brown eyes,
Yeah.
but
Lactose intolerant. We think you probably don't have trouble with dairy. That is correct. I eat all of the cheeses.
I like all of the cheeses. But mine says we think you might have trouble with dairy,
Oh my god.
and I'm like, I am lactose intolerant. That's a fun fact. I wasn't making it up.
That's true.
I do have the problems with the dairy, but it doesn't stop me from the cheeses. It might stop me from the ice
We're
cream.
gonna eat all the cheeses later.
It just, I don't know. I think it depends on people because some people get like, see, this is a gross episode. Some people get like the toots, but I just get like cramps and tightness in my stomach.
If I eat a ton of cheese, like if I'm eating like mac and cheese, I want to
That's
die
artificial
after.
cheese.
No, like if I go to a restaurant, not
Oh,
like craft
ooh.
dinner. Like if I go to a restaurant and have like a really good like creamy, rich mac and cheese, I
Thinking
will
about that
poop my pants.
makes me feel like I'm gonna get hives.
I thought you were gonna say get
Or, like,
high. I was like, she gets high off of it.
yep, that's what I do. What about the male hair loss?
I have a low chance of male hair loss.
Me too. That's good. Muscle fatigue.
My muscles tire at about an average rate.
Aw, it says your muscles may tire faster than average.
Poor thing.
Poor
She
thing.
had a runner or a track star.
Fortunately, I can do neither. Whoops.
Savory, you mommy, you mamie, you mommy. I don't know.
Wait,
Sensitivity,
what is that?
you mommy.
A little less sensitive to you, mommy, or savory flavor.
Just savory flavor, so you're less sensitive. Me too.
What does that mean?
You know, like sweet or savory. You know, when they ask you sweet or savory when
Mhm.
you're eating something, you're not gonna be as you're not sensitive to it.
Oh, nope.
Skin pigmentation. I have light to medium skin tone. Correct. Look how white I am.
I'm real pasty.
Pasty bitches. What is this sprinter gene? Do you have it? I have it. I
You
have the
do?
sprinter gene.
You fast
I'm a
lady,
fast,
you.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
You fast.
Which, you know what? I was pretty good at track and field. I got like
Oh, that.
second, third,
No,
first.
no. I didn't even participate. Oh, actually, did you ever have to run the mile in school?
We don't do miles here.
Oh, right. Did you have to run the
Kilometer? Probably. I don't
kilometer?
know. I was pretty good at the beep test. Do you ever do the beep test?
Nope.
So for those of you that don't know, but I think most Canadians know, there's this beep test, and it's when you're in the gym and you do the width of the gym, and it starts off. I can't remember what song it is, and someone will have to tell me. But basically, you're listening to a song, and it beeps, and you have to touch the other side of like the line every time it beeps. So it starts off really slow, like you can walk it, and then it's like level 1, level 2, and it keeps going, and it gets faster and faster and faster. And I was usually like, there's my endurance gene. I usually could like last for a pretty long time with most of the boys. and like a couple of the girls would be left. And so it just keeps going faster and faster, and you don't get any breaks. So it's just like you start off walking, but then you have to start sprinting back and forth. So I had to do that. And I mean, I played soccer, so you have to sprint a lot in soccer.
I played tennis. There's not a whole lot. Well, it depends. I was doubles. I was purposely doubles. So I didn't have to move.
This makes me want to go like learn to be a runner again, because it's like just telling me you're a runner, girl.
Mine is not. Mine says
Sit on your
slow
ass.
down.
Stop
Go for a
moving. Yeah.
walk. I don't have the sprint gene. That makes
I feel
sense.
so cool. Just kidding.
Sun sneezing. My friend has that. It's where you look at the sun and you sneeze.
It says I don't have
Mine-
that, but
Mine too.
I do have sensitivity to bright lights. So
No, it's if you look at the sun and then you sneeze.
like, should we go outside?
That's an actual
That's
thing.
so
My
weird.
friend
I've never
has
heard of
that.
that.
He will look at the sun and every single time he'll sneeze. Sweet sensitivity.
I already know I'm gonna have it.
More sensitive to sweets? What does that mean?
You have sweet tooth. We already fucking know.
Duh.
You should see what she's just bought.
I just
She spent $70 on treats.
I just bought a whole bunch.
70 Canadian dollars.
70 Canadian dollars on
I feel like I
treats.
keep looking at the screen like I'm in the office when like Jim, like somebody says something and Jim just like looks over and he's like, I keep doing that. I have it as well. It says I'm more sensitive to sweets, which I do. Let's go eat some candies. Unibrow. Phew, I don't have one. I'm sure if I let my eyebrow grow out, it would.
Vo2 Max. What's that?
Vo2 Max is the maximum amount of oxygen your body can use during intense exercise. The more oxygen you can use, the more likely you are to perform well for longer. What do you got?
Average ability.
Higher than average ability. I should be in the Olympics, apparently, by all of this.
You were running, you a track
And here I
star.
am, a lazy little bee on my couch.
Ooh, wisdom teeth. Probably developed all of your wisdom teeth. I did, but I got them all pulled out.
They took them.
You did? How old were you?
Early 20s, I think.
Yeah. I think that mine pulled. I got mine pulled when I was 20.
I don't remember how old I was. I think I just know I'm pretty sure dating my ex. So.
Did you eat all 4 at once? Ooh, I went twice. I went one time for these 2 and then went back again for these 2.
Oh, no, they were like, we're doing them all at the same time. And I barely even puffed up. And I went back to work like 2 days later. And I only used my T3s for like 1 day.
I got T3s too. And I got T3s and hydros.
Just T3s for this girl.
Mine were big, so they had to stitch one of mine in the back because it was so big.
No, thank you.
What's that next one?
Beta carotene is what makes sweet potatoes, carrots, and cantaloupes orange in color. I have typical levels of beta carotene. This reminds me of that episode of The Magic School Bus where the nerdy guy eats too many carrots and he turns orange. Did you ever see that? She has no idea what I'm talking about.
Magic School Bus? Yeah. Buckle up, kids.
Seatbelts, everyone.
That's it. What am I saying?
Just American version of
No, it's that. American version.
omega-3.
What does that mean?
It's in your body.
Mine's average.
B2.
Vitamin B12.
I have slightly lower vitamin B12 than regular people, which is true.
What is B12?
It's you need it to make DNA for every cell in your body. And
mine says I have typical levels of vitamin B12.
I have B12 in my closet to take some.
I have B12 in my closet.
Well, I have low red blood cells, so it helps make blood cells, the red blood cells. So that's why I take it. Vitamin C, baby.
Typical.
Vitamin D? Average.
Let's see. Mine's loading. Sorry. Mine says average.
Perfect. And
you guys, did you notice I just said sorry?
Sorry.
Like the Canadians? Stuck in my head. That's all I hear. Sorry.
I said A the other day too. It's really great.
Ooh, it says we are 75% alike.
25% unique.
That's cool. That's cool.
It gives us like our appearance and stuff. Okay, appearance 79%.
Fitness 65. We already know Carly's a brunette and a track star. But we don't have to say it again.
Nutrition, 73%.
Personality,
Wow.
58.
Sensory, 76%. Wow, look at us. Look at us. Okay, so let's go through. We'll go through our most similar, which apparently is just everything. Oh, never
Like
mind.
actually,
It switches back to when you're scrolling, it switches to least similar. I was like, though everything. But like the lowest is 25%. Everything else is really high.
risk taking
So
is lowest.
let's go start at the top. Where'd it go? Alcohol flush, 100% alike. They only test one genetic marker for that. So we both match on 1 out of 1 genetic marker. So I think that one's just like a yes or no question.
Wait, where do you
Click
see
on
that?
it.
Oh, okay.
The cilantro one, it tests 2 genetic markers and we match on both of them. So that's 100% as well.
Ooh.
Question, it says that we both have it. I don't think I do.
Maybe you'll get it when you get older.
I don't think I do.
you do.
I don't have much of a butt chin.
I don't think I used to when I was younger either, but then when I got stitches, it kind of pulled
Maybe.
that skin down.
So that one's wrong. Earlobe type, it says that we, yeah,
That's
it says
wrong, too.
100%, but that's wrong.
They'd be different.
Earwax, 100%. Introversion, 100%. Savory, 100%. Skin pigmentation, 100%. Sweet sensitivity, 100%. Unibrown, vitamin D, all 100%. Endurance.
Okay.
We match on 2.5 out of 3 genetic markers. So mine say high and hers say normal. She is not a runner or a track star.
We knew this though. I don't like
I
fitness.
didn't say I did either.
You seem like if we had to pick who was the walker and who's the runner, you got longer legs. You're gonna move quicker if you got
I just
longer
have
legs.
endurance.
But I'm closer to the ground, so I feel like I could get
Yeah,
some
maybe.
speed going.
Our hair type is what percentage?
83.
So 2.5 out of 3. Birth weight. 3 out of 4.
Look at your cat. Look at your cat.
Excuse you. Those are spicy. How is that bag standing like that? No. No for you. You're going to die.
Look at him.
Bad boy trying to eat the spicy chips.
Look at him licking his lips.
My
75%
blanket's
for
all
birth weight.
funky. It's like stretching.
Uh-oh.
Gonna have to sew that. I think my screen recording probably stopped. Birth weight was 75%. Eye color 75%. But like eye color just is like dark, so like it doesn't give you a color. Freckles 75%, but it was wrong on our freckles. We have some. They're not crazy, but we have them. And our hair color is 75% alike as well. What else is interesting here? Caffeine consumption. It says we're 65% alike, but Riley doesn't drink.
I mean, it could be because you just drink coffee, and I
drink
just
everything.
have like,
I'm a drinkaholic. I
yeah.
usually have like 3 drinks going at a time. I have one right now.
She does. There's a lot going at once.
And then like our risk taking, I don't know. I think the only reason we only match 0.5 out of 2 genetic markers. It just says I'm different.
risk taking?
Oh no, it says we're different from each other. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit more of a risk taker than it says I am, but I'm not like crazy. But I've done a lot of things. Oh my god, my cat is coming to party. I take a picture of him.
Oh gosh. This is funny. First, for Georgina says your DNA trait result says no, while Carly says yes. Thanks.
Ambrose.
Shoving that in my face.
Can't see you anymore. Anything else we want to touch on? This is kind of cool. It was not worth $30 on my end. It was only $20 for her because she's an American. Not worth it, but hopefully it'll update. But the DNA testing is worth it. Do you have any old questions we can answer?
I don't think so. I think the app just kind of deletes them after a while.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there was one the other day. Oh, what if we would ever be a sperm donor or have a sperm donor?
Oh yeah, if we would
Okay,
ever
so
be a
this was
sperm
our
donor, so-
question that we got the other day was, would you ever use a sperm donor like when we want to have kids? So you can answer first.
Probably.
It wouldn't be my first. It wouldn't be my first thing I would do. Honestly, I'd probably just end up adopting instead. I don't know if I don't know, just
Really?
like being a sperm donor baby, I feel like there's for me, like if we hadn't have found him, that is like health things that we didn't know. So like I think now that we did find him, I would maybe be a little bit more keen.
It could
Yeah.
be like a
But if we
friend
but if we
too.
had never found him and then I use a sperm donor as well, and that's like two histories that we wouldn't have known, right? Like my donor, so half of me, and then like half of the kid. So the kid would only know 25% of what they are, you know? So I think now that that we did find him, it's more of a yes, but if we hadn't have found him, it probably would have been a no.
So I'd probably use one. I mean, it doesn't have to be like from like a bank. You could always like
Yeah.
get one of your friends to do it.
I would ask one of my friends to do it. Because I wouldn't want them. I don't know. I feel like it might be emotionally a lot if they were like, well, I want to, like, how do they,
Maybe if
like,
it was like someone that like was older and just like never wanted kids.
yeah, or like maybe one of my like gay friends or something, but they still might want kids.
That's true.
I just wouldn't want them to be like, well, that's my kid. And they'd be like, well, no, it's not
Yeah, I bought it.
kid. I bought it from you
Bought it
for free.
for free. Yeah, I guess we're kind of indifferent on that one.
Mhm. I agree.
Guess it kind of just depends.
Anything else? I'm tired.
Yeah, kind of sleepy.
I'm sleepy. We need to edit this before it goes out tomorrow.
It's 5:54. It does go out tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the closest we've ever recorded. So,
Yeah-oh.
but yeah, I think everyone should do DNA, ancestry DNA, because it's fun to like learn about
Mm-hmm.
your background, but also I don't want to plug them because I want them to sponsor us first,
Yeah.
and then I'll plug them more.
Yeah. You never know what you could find on there too. Like my dad keeps saying like, "Oh, I'm Native American. Oh, I'm Native American. I'm this percent Native American." I'm like, "You don't know that though."
Yeah, my favorite is like, have you ever seen those videos where there people were like kind of like low-key racist or whatever, and they're like, I'm so white, I'm the whitest person in the world, and then they do the DNA testing, it's like, oh, actually you're like part African American, like, and they're like, no, I'm not, and it's like you're literally like 10%, and they're just like,
Yeah.
what?
Brianna is my friend Brianna is some like tribe or something.
Really?
Like the 1%. Your cat is eating the chair.
Ambrose,
What are you doing?
I bet I could get him to come up here. So
Yeah, she's like some kind of tribe. I don't know.
so funny.
Like 1% or 2. I don't know. Nothing
Wow.
big. But
Yeah, so you never know. Here's my bubbies for everyone that's watching on YouTube.
special guest. It's not my cat this time.
Look at the sweet hammy ham. Oh, he's so cute.
Cute.
Look, it's your star. It's your show. Do you want to say bye to the people? Or do you want to just lay down? Okay. We're just going to lay down. Would have been better if he was here the whole time, eh?
Yeah. Oh, Carly said egg.
Heyo!
Yo.
Heyo, Sean. You Mr. Kingston.
Do, do, do.
That's beautiful. All right, everybody.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
When
Sorry,
watching.
this was a different episode.
I feel like this was a fun one.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed yourselves
Let
because
us
we sure
know
did.
if you have any other questions
Comments,
regarding our
concerns,
history. And where can they find us?
everywhere on the YouTubes, on the TikToks, on the Instagrams, we got an email. We got all things. That's just
We're
the
not really
chat.
on TikTok yet. We
Yeah.
haven't started
We
editing
have a
videos, but we have one.
We have a Ticker Talker, but we don't have any videos.
Yeah, the clock app, that clock thing.
Yeah. Plus our other socials. They're
at-
all linked on the YouTube.
at Our Daddy's a Donor.
Yeah.
The email is ourdaddy'sadonor@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
No punctuation.
Yeah. I was going to say apostrophe, but that's not correct.
Yes, it is.
Apostrophe?
There is no apostrophe.
No. What is that?
My cat is playing with beer pong ball.
Oh.
But anyways,
Um,
thank you so much for listening.
we love you lots.
And
Like tater tots.
okay, 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye.